We aren't the judge, but we are fruit inspectors. Grace and peace, everybody. Welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. We are going forward in our study of the book of Mark. This brings us now to some Jerusalem controversies. So we start with how he deals with a cursed tree. I find it interesting that this part of the story comes before Jesus goes into the money changers, and it's how he's handling a tree where he's expecting to find fruit, but there is none. So before we unravel that mystery, I want to thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the like button and do us a favor. Visit us online, changeministry.org. I say do us a favor, but you actually be doing yourself a favor, because you'll find stories like these, studies like these, and inspiration like this right there. So now let's go on a walk with Jesus. We're going on this walk, and Jesus is walking, but like any good walk or any good workout, if you keep going, you're going to get hungry. And that's where Jesus was. The Bible literally says in Mark chapter 11, verse 12, that on the morrow, when they were come from Bethany, Jesus, was hungry. Love this, because it shows that Jesus was also one of us. He was the Son of God and the Son of Man. So we see his humanity at work in the fact that he was hungry. And he was hungry, and he was trying to satiate that void. He was trying to fill that hunger with food. There was some place where he thought he could go and find what he was looking for. There was a sense of expectation on the part of wherever he was going that it should be there. So when Jesus is going to find something to eat, he doesn't stop at a drive-through. He doesn't go and do DoorDash. He says that he sees a fig tree afar off having leaves. So that means he sees this tree way off and he's walking to it. So as he's walking, as he gets near, you know how it is when you get closer to eating or closer to where you're going to eat, you start getting that expectation. He came, if haply he might find anything thereon. And when he came to it, he found nothing but leaves. For the time of the figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and said unto it, No man eat fruit of thee hereafter forever. And his disciples heard it. Jesus had a fair expectation. He did not go to the water looking for something to eat. He did not go to a piece of wood looking for something to eat. He went to a tree with the fair expectation that this tree could give me something to eat. When he gets there, he finds that it's just leaves and no fruit, and he rebukes it. Not only does he rebuke it, but he condemns it. This is the role that he has as Messiah. He is the righteous judge. But as his disciples, as those who follow him, we don't have the right to judge someone to life or to death eternally, but we do have the right to expect what is right and what is wrong. Look at it this way. In John chapter 7, verse 22 to 24, Moses therefore gave unto you circumcision, he says, not because it is of Moses, but of the fathers. And ye on the Sabbath day circumcise a man. If a man on the Sabbath day receive circumcision, that the law of Moses should not be broken, and ye be angry at me, this is Jesus speaking, because I've made a man every whit whole on the Sabbath day. Look at verse 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. We can take the verse where Jesus says, judge not, way out of context. We can have righteous judgment. Not can have, we're supposed to have righteous judgment. If we're walking in the light, we're able to see where the road is and where a tree is. If we're driving at night and we're in the light and I'm able to see that that's not where I need to go. Being able to know right from wrong is one of the blessings of being a child of God. When we live in the light of God and when we walk in the law of God, it allows us to know the difference between what is right and what is wrong. Think of it this way. Elsewhere in the Bible, we are told to remember and to focus on, think on whatsoever is true, honest, just, lovely, of a good report. And if there's any virtue or any praise, think on these things. So if I find something that is true, honest, just, or lovely, am I being a judge in Jesus's seat? No. But am I judging as Jesus judged? Absolutely. That's righteous judgment. Knowing what is good and calling it out for what it is. That's one of the roles of having righteous judgment. And knowing what is wrong and calling out what is wrong. That is righteous judgment. What happens to that good or what happens to that bad, that's for the Lord to decide. But for us, he has called us to discern between what is right and what is wrong, because that is what it is. Fruit inspectors, knowing what is right and wrong, because that is what is right or wrong.